I think what brings people here is the uniqueness that we offer. Our public house sits in the production facility, essentially. So the backdrop of our public house is our still room. You see our distillers back there making the products that you all see out in the market and in our bar area. Everything we serve on site is made on site. So we are very true at keeping things local, keeping things in-house.
So my folks are entrepreneurs, 100%. My stepfather and I were contracting together years ago before the distillery. It's when the recession really hit, and we decided, you know, we need to do something radical. He had this idea of a distillery. He got the bug in his ear from his cousin down in Iowa, and we just ran with it. He and I just went in head first and just did everything, the two of us. So we started on the cusp of Fitchburg, not too far from the new location, just off Fish Hatchery Road. We were back in an industrial warehouse area, and we were the first distillery in Dane County's history since Prohibition, and second in the state. And now in Wisconsin, I want to say there's upwards of 25. But we realized right away, like, wow, people are really receiving this well. Sales are great. And we knew, okay, we got to revamp our business plan, if you will. Because it's hard to say that we even had a business plan when we started. So as time went on, we just need more space. And we needed a bigger garage, if you will.
So we have brandy, we have bourbon, we have a couple whiskeys, we have 2 vodkas, 2 gins, 2 rums. We also make liqueurs that include our crancello, our limoncello, our lavender liqueur. All of that is available on site.
The majority of spirits that are regulated by the TTB have a very fine definition. So we have to follow a rule book, if you will. If we want to label something vodka, you have to follow a very strict guideline on how to produce it. Same with whiskeys, brandies, eau de vies, what have you, rums, gins. Now there's some gray area as far as your own experimentation and reading in between the lines. So that's what's the fun part about craft distilling. So a lot of people don't realize whiskey is essentially, I mean, there's a lot of guidelines again, but whiskey is essentially distilled beer, whereas brandy is distilled wine. So really, we do everything that a brewery does, everything that a winery does. We take it one step further and add the distillation aspect, and then the maturation, the aging of certain spirits, which really transforms that final product through maturation. Bourbon legally has to be aged in a brand new white oak charred barrel. You can't reuse it. You have to use a new one every time. So for bourbon specifically, we have very direct ties to southern white oak. A lot of new trends in maturation is finishing. So we will use sherry barrels, port barrels from Spain, rum barrels from the Caribbean. So we'll finish a whiskey that is classified as a bourbon or a rye or a wheat, whatever you're looking for, and then finish it in a very unique artisan barrel, if you will, and it's going to give you a much different profile to that whiskey with 3 months of finishing. A lot of it isn't necessarily rocket science. It's just making your own twist, making your own, your little angle on a particular spirit. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just really trying to utilize local aspect to a very traditional practice. We wanted to produce a rum. We knew we had to follow certain guidelines. We tried it, and it, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate, but every time it worked. It worked beautifully.
Distilling in itself is an art. There is a craft to it. One of our founders was heavily involved and is still involved in the arts in Dane County. So when our founders came out of retirement to start a distillery, they talked about having space to showcase local Wisconsin artists. When you visit our distillery, you will notice we have an art gallery on site. So really focusing on how else we can encompass the art in our business, hence the live music. We offer free live music every Friday in our big room at the distillery from 7:30 to 9:30. We also do some annual programming. For example, we do an art crawl in March that aligns with Wisconsin Arts Day. The idea behind that was, again, to get artists in local businesses and give them the opportunity to showcase their passion and what they do with community members. We do a 2-day art market. So for that, it's always on Black Friday and Small Business Saturday to help individuals find Christmas gifts from local businesses. We also do host between 2 to 4 pop-up markets throughout the year. Those have proved to be very popular. Again, I think people are wanting to support local as much as they can. So giving vendors who maybe don't have a storefront, who are either selling online or through their home, word of mouth, whatever it may be, giving them the outlet to reach those customers. And then in turn, us reaching their customers, getting more people in here. So with the programming that we always offer, we're always trying to be creative and find different things that our community will enjoy. So we held our first drag bingo brunch in May, and it was a hit. We sold out, and we just held our first comedy show on September 21st. It was a free offering. We will be offering another one, and that was super popular. Our big room is available for private rentals. It is 1,800 square feet. We can accommodate up to about 100 individuals in that room. We've seen a range of events: weddings, corporate parties, fundraisers, bridal showers, birthday parties, anything that fits in our space that we can accommodate. We're happy to host, and we're happy to serve as that gathering for people. If you're looking for a smaller, more intimate option, we do have, again, the art gallery, where we can do little presentations, smaller dinners, workshops, things like that. We are open to creating custom experiences for general public, for company outings. So a couple things that we currently do, we offer distillery tours. We've had several companies have team building activities with us where they can come in, tour the facility, sample some of our products, and then hang out for a cocktail afterwards. We have dabbled in cocktail classes where we have a bartender on site. They teach you how to make a drink or two. You're able to then enjoy the cocktails that are made during the class. And we have thought about doing R&D workshops or classes and inviting people in to taste the liqueurs or the spirits that we're testing out. We've supported over 40 local charities. I believe that number is higher, but we would not be where we are today without the community. Fitchburg has been wonderful, and so any chance that we can give back, we really try to grab that and run with it.
It's an experience, I will say. It's always been positive. People are typically, as far as sampling, and people that have come in and have not heard of us before, the reaction that I get really keeps me going, keeps me motivated, because people realize the quality that can be produced locally, and then also the education behind it. So 12 years ago when I started, I won't lie to you, I couldn't tell you the difference between Scotch and bourbon. I was not a home brewer, I was not a vintner, I was not a spirit connoisseur. I was a contractor, and we were just trying to get creative with what we were going to do in our next chapter. But I quickly gained education on all aspects distillation. So that education that I can now offer to people walking in the front door means a lot. That, to me, it makes it worth it. And it's also just a collaboration with local farmers, local restaurants, everything local, hyper-local. That to me is also motivating, and it's a new game every single day. We never know what's going to walk through the front door,
We are open 4 to 10 p.m. on Thursdays and Fridays, and then on Saturdays we are now open 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. But during that time, we offer flatbreads, we have cheese and charcuterie, and then we have some other snack items like bar nuts. We have beer and wine options, so if you're not a cocktail drinker, you're coming out with some friends, but you still want to partake in a beverage, we do feature a Wisconsin craft brewery on a seasonal basis. typically ranges between one to two breweries that we partner with, but then we also do have the wine option. And of course, we can do non-alcoholic beverages. If you ask our bartenders for a mocktail, they'd be happy to create a cocktail without alcohol for you. This has alcohol in it though. So. If you found your favorite cocktail and you're wanting to reproduce that cocktail at your home, we do sell all of our Yahara Bay products in our retail shop here in our distillery. Yes, you can find it out in the markets, but we sell everything that we make here. So you're welcome to visit us Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then our retail shop is also open Thursday, Friday, Saturday during our public house hours.
What we are putting out is quality, and that's really what our focus is on. So having our hands on the entire process from grain or fruit through fermentation, through distillation, through maturation, through bottling, packaging, and shipping to the distribution is key for us, because we can keep our eye on all of it and make sure it's up to our standards. I foresee it to be like craft brewing. You know, it's gonna be everywhere. Bringing it back to the local, bringing it back to the region, and utilizing the produce that's available in each region. So you go across the country and you're going to find different spirits because of what's available in that particular region. So I find it to be a beautiful thing.